Keyshia Cole, she did an interview a while back saying that Tupac told her when she was 14 that he was leaving Death Row and he wanted her to come with him because he was planning on signing with Quincy Jones.
Well, first of all, it's never a hard question for me. But that's a hard question for me because of the fact that how much love I have for Keisha. But I'm going to answer that because it's not true. The reason why I know it's not to be true is that Keisha get a lot of pressure. What I mean by that, when people go talk to a senior, Mr. Potato Head, Mr. Dude, Steve Harvey, when they go talk to Steve Harvey, he tell them don't mention me, mention this person, mention that person. But I feel I knew Pac better than anyone knew Pac. That's how tight our bond was. And shit, at that time, 90% of the time, we together. And if he had a conversation with somebody on a one-on-one, I would know. I know Pac is not going to take a 14-year-old child and have a conversation about any business moves he's doing. And like I always said, Pac wasn't strapped down to Death Row. If Pac wanted to leave Death Row, he could have said, hey, big homie, shit, let's cash in. I want to do something else. Like I said before, I gave him a label already. And if you guys I just knew Pac not the type to want to do some weirdo shit and leave in bad terms when the only person who ever helped him was me. I know Pac also had too much respect for the homies to do some backstabbing shit because it could got ugly. Now, if you mean to tell me that he gonna go to a 14-year-old child and tell her something that deep, I just can't never see that happening. And Keisha's great. Only time I ever said something when she did a song with Puffy. You know, I mean, like, we all putting these things up here, and I'm not. And I ain't picking on Keisha because I care too much about her. But I'm talking about me. I'm not going to go do a song with somebody that I know that was against Pac, and Pac was against them. And guilty conscience shows it all. I don't have a guilty conscience. But once again, did Snoop ever do any songs on the unreleased Tupac album came out? Or any of those other motherfuckers? No. When they got their star, was they there? No. Was Ray J thinking about Tupac when he was vacationing with him? Let's back to Ray J. Ray J, you and Puffy did a song where you called him Diddy. You and Puffy did a song, 11 Brothers. A whole album. Is it ever going to come out? Could we hear any of the songs? What y'all really was talking about? How important was the baby oil? But no, I would say that's like 1,000,001 that didn't happen. Tupac leaving Death Row if Tupac wouldn't be on Death Row, I would make way more money off of Tupac. And you got to remember one thing: 20% of the management, anything out. If he wasn't an artist on Death Row, I would still get 20%, 20% of the merchandise, 20% of everything else. When Tupac wanted to do a movie, no insurance company will pay for the movie, post the insurance. I put the $5 million up out of my pocket, covered it. The man that say Tupac's father, look here, old dude. Bet you one time in Louisville. That's Vegas. You came up, you asked for some cocaine and a burner. I said, everybody out here got burners. So you can say what he said or what he did and what he do and what didn't happen. You're an idiot on a simple fact that you went in the man's life to know what he what he was talking about, what he was saying about how he was living, but now you want to know what he said at the end? Only person was in that car when him and I was having a conversation was me and Pop.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
I ain't here to take nobody credit. It's just one truth. If all the police and everybody else can say who shot us, who shot the gun and killed Tupac, idiots. They sent me to prison for 9 years, and that same case came back to hunt me in this case. When y'all officers, Las Vegas officers, got on the stand and said, you didn't even know I got shot. They weren't looking at none of those dudes because nobody knew. But now y'all having stories and getting paid to get up there and talk on that platform. I'm going to tell you like this. Even though I wasn't there when Orlando Anderson sued Tupac for fucking him up, I know he didn't shoot Tupac. So he got paid his money. I would never tell on another man, but I tell you what, if he was the one to shoot Tupac, or shot Tupac, or killed Tupac, I would have told the lawyers when they came to see me, because I was in the county jail, we ain't giving them shit because he's suing them. But the fact that he would have did what he done, and it could have been easy to stop that. That's all I had to do is tell the lawyers, okay, he's suing him because he whipped his ass. How could he sue him if he's saying he shot him or he was in the car? But at the end of the day, everybody want to make themselves be famous or get some views for a few seconds and throw that man's name through the mud. When I'm telling you, only person in that motherfucking car was me and Pac. Orlando Anderson did not shoot neither one of us. Oh, y'all want to make it sound good. But I don't care if it was law enforcement said that. I don't care if it was some groupie said that. Some nut rider said that. They was not in the car. Only him and I was. I said this before. It's a man and his wife. I don't want to say their name because they would say their own name. They got the real story about Vegas and Tupac. And they dead on.